Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, November the 7th of 2025. You know, most traders are told never trade against the trend. And yes, staying with the trend usually gives you higher odds setups. But here's the thing. There are times when a counter trend trade makes sense if you know what to look for. So in this week's video, we're sharing a bonus lesson that's one of many within our member site from Darko, where he breaks down exactly how to recognize safe counter trend trading opportunities using clean price action. So if you've ever wondered when it's actually okay to go against the flow, you should find this video quite helpful. All right, take a look.
Hi everyone, Darko here for a bonus video about how the safest way of trading against the trend, and I will be sharing this video with both long-term trading service and the short-term one. So this is more like having a better understanding about when to go against the trend, and both these trading opportunities are missed opportunities, so we didn't capitalize on them while they happen. So let's focus on the process and ignore the outcome. Okay, so obviously the higher time frame is heading up, so this the trend is up, but there is price has been holding this level is a significant neckline, and because it's two of them, it will be necklines, so that makes it even stronger. Okay, the trend is up. We don't go against the trend unless we have proof for it, right? And I usually say at least a weekly ACAT daily move. That's like what I've been saying for many years now. Okay, obviously the weekly ACAT is the lowest confirmation, and weekly ACAT and combined with a daily move, that's great, or a daily move, or best of them is obviously a monthly ACAT, right? So in this specific case, price retraces back into this level, okay, and price has been stopping for several months. Okay, these two necklines happens to be also this significant neckline. See how this happened? Okay, so this is another brick wall that price has been holding. So the first ACAT was in here. Okay, that's an ACAT, a weaker version due to the color. Okay, but there was no daily move. With daily move, I mean as a daily structure damage. So even if you took that ACAT, okay, this was the fill, price dropped nicely with the risk reducing, maybe taking something out, it would have been either reduced loss or a break-even trade. No worries, right? But then this ACAT occur. Okay, yeah, sure. This didn't look any nice to take at the moment because of the shape of it. There's like price could very well have been heading up. We did not do anything else, like just it didn't look appealing. Okay, so even if you took that, what are the rules, right? By the time the ACAT occurs, so the next week is 11th of November, which is down in here. So if you take a fib, okay, you take the 618 fib, or in this case resistance, whatever comes first. The resistance level was like way too shallow, like low. Okay, so what happened after that is what I want you to take note of. Okay, nothing wrong with taking neither this ACAT or this ACAT. It's both are valid. Okay, but a daily move is a daily move. So what do I mean by that? Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, even higher high, higher close, and we get a structure damage, a bearish swing break at a level of resistance. Okay, that is remarkable, very remarkable. Okay, so by the time price comes up into this level, this would have been a great shorting opportunity with a higher high stop loss. So let's just say that you are a short-term trader, you are a day trader. Okay, you mark, this is obviously the monthly level, it's also weekly level, it's not the daily level. Okay, so by the time this daily move happens and price comes up into this level, let's go to the short-term template. Okay, for Aussie yen, price is retracing back. This is a spinning top, right? One of the candlestick formation that we trade, not one of my favorite, but it is still good enough to be traded. So for the next coming trading day is the 21st, which is this one in here. And you must say, but Darko, where do I enter? Spinning top is a bit of a challenge, okay? So this is more like comes to your discretion, okay? So there was, if I mark these, and this is the hourly chart, right? So yes, there is a micro swing in here, I see that, but just for the sake of the example, this is what happened, right? So this is a rotation, okay? So price pulled back into the logic level of resistance before dropping, despite the spinning top and not knowing where to enter. I know it's hindsight, but we have been taking these type of trades, been trading live for 7 years, so it's not like I'm only showing you hindsight trades. I'm showing you this because I'm chart exercising, taking screenshots, learning stuff that is good for my own development. And when I see like, hey, this is also a value for my clients, why not share it? I don't have any ego or pride of like, oh geez, no, I missed these trading opportunities. I don't want to show this in case they get any second thoughts on me. No, I'm showing you everything. So chart exercising, whenever I see something teachable, or at least that you can benefit from, then I just grab the mic and tell you that, and we all can benefit from it. Because next time we going against the trend, or when price is pulling back into a very logic level, or it needs to be logic, it needs to be a significant neckline, so a very no-brainer level, and you see a weekly ACAT, regardless which one you see. Also, if you happen to see a daily move, that means a daily structure damage. Well, give me an alert. Hey, Darko, I see daily damage against the trend. Is this a valid trade? Maybe I didn't see it, and by the time you point that out, oh, geez, that's great. Thank you. Let's make it into a pending order. We have for the long-term service, I have over 100 people. For the short-term is almost 70 people. We could have more trades if we, keep our eyes open. Just throw it out. If the trade is not, I'm just letting you know that no, it's a good eye, perfect, but this is not worth my money because of this. Okay. So to take away from this PMA bonus video is, trend is up. In the safest way of doing things is obviously it needs to be price is retracing back into a strong level of resistance. Okay, the trend is up, strong level of resistance. Price is respecting that level. You are waiting for a pattern. I see this inside bar as well, but this is too shallow to use as a natural stop. Okay, then this is a weaker version. Then you have a legit ACAT, and you could just draw the fib, take the resistance, and with a high stop loss, let it be. But then if you were unsure about this ACAT, and then you see a daily move, and this happens very often. It's not like this has never happened. It just happened 2 times in a year or something. No, you have daily moves, daily structure damage very often. So you just need to be open-minded and see those moves and plan your trades around it. Okay. And we usually once you have a swing break, bearish or bullish, we usually mark the neckline, right? Okay, so let's just see if the neckline and the 618 fib, actually I didn't draw this before recording, so this is new to me as it is to you. Yes, it is almost identical. Okay, so for the long-term service, we don't need an extra confirmation, just pull the trigger, right? If you are a short-term trader, and you are marking this neckline, well, this is too shallow to use as a set and forget. But if you mark the weekly neckline, which also coincides with the monthly one, this is definitely a set and forget, deep enough to use as a natural solve. Then we can convincingly reestablish with background space. Okay, and don't worry, we will be seeing those in advance, pointing those out. So let's look at Kiwi yen. Obviously, Aussie yen and Kiwi yen, they are highly correlated. If we had been seeing both of these trades, we would have taken 0.25 risk. So both of them 0.5% of our account. So because they are highly correlated, Kiwi and Aussie. Okay. Same goes in here. Okay. This is a significant neckline. Okay. And this is only a weekly one. I don't see any monthly level. So this is holding price. Look at the move. You know, this was bearish, not perfectly bearish, but bearish. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish candles. Okay, we had an ACAT in here. Sorry, let's go to the long-term template to Kiwi yen. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, this is an ACAT, a weaker version. Let's just see how this played out. Okay, this is the 23rd, 30th of September. Here, okay. So by this time, this is also a rotation, right? Okay, but price went up. I'm not sure if this is, let's see, this is the 30th. Yes, definitely the 30th. Let me see if this is the 618 fib of this move. Okay. Yes. Is this Wixit too deep to use as a natural stop? I would say nah. No. This is not deep enough to use as a natural stop. I never make up things in you know, after the fact. If this was a live trade, I would say no, this is too shallow. I want a deeper wicks. Okay, and there is no natural stop to the left or more left here to use as a natural stop, so I wouldn't have to taking this trade. No. Okay, no worries. Price goes, you know, goes by, nothing happens. This is another shallow ACAT now. Then this happens. Okay, let's just say that you this is 4th of November, so the tradable week will be 11th of November. Okay, so that is up in here. Well, now this is different. I wouldn't like this should have been obvious. Okay, and it's also the 618 fib to the pip, both the resistance and the 618 fib, they are close to each other. Yes, whatever you took, either 618 fib or the resistance, you got filled. Let's just say that you missed that trading opportunity. Then another week or so goes by. Then you happen to see a daily structure damage at a level of resistance, but you are going, this is a bit more steeper than the Aussie yen, right? So this is even a riskier trade if you don't know how to do things properly. Okay, so this is like have a steeper slope. Okay, so we disregarded this. Okay, this one in here, this should have been obvious, this one, but then this happens. Okay, higher high, higher low. I see this micro swing, another higher high. We did not make a, let's see, we also did make a higher high, higher close, a higher low, lower high, and then this happens. This took out this one where we made a new higher high, higher close. Okay, and again, if you mark the necklines, like if you mark the weekly neckline and leave it alone, sure, the 618 fib would have been the entry, sure. If you mark the necklines, which we always do, okay, this is also a spinning top, but this was not tradable for the short-term service. This just went down. There was no way to enter this in a professional manner. Okay, so I said just before that you draw the fib and the 618 fib is the entry. It depends. Let's see here. Yeah, you know, the 618 fib is also coinciding with the left neckline. I wouldn't take any unnecessary risks. Okay, so these necklines in here, like several of them, 1, 2, almost 3 and 4, 5, 6, and that coincides perfectly with the 618 fib. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to show you a safe way of going against the trend, regardless which trading style you have. I'm using my long-term template. You can do the exact same thing. Instead of daily move, you use 4-hour move. Okay, like a clean structure damage. Okay, So it doesn't matter which trading style you have, which template you use. Sorry, not the 4-hour move, because we don't use the 4-hour time frame. So it needs to be a daily move anyway. So because for the short-term service we have that was for scalping, and we don't scalp. So this is monthly, weekly, daily, and hourly. Those are the time frames for day trading. Okay. So whenever you guys see a daily move around a key level of support and resistance with or against the trend, give me a heads up. We also, watch these weekly ACATs if we are going against the trend. People are like going against the trend in a very risky manner, like they are going down to the entry time frame, like the least amount of retracement, they see that as reversal. We don't do that. You never see me do that. So we are very careful going against the trend. So you need to wait for a higher time frame confirmation. So for instance, like I said, for the long-term service, we wait for a weekly ACAT. That's the least way of entering. And then in these two examples, we also had a daily move. So hope you enjoyed this short session, and let me know if you have any questions, and we take it from there. Okay, thank you. Cheers.
So counter trend trades can be high quality opportunities when you understand what's really happening in the market. So if this video helped clarify how and when to take those trades, you'd love what we teach inside the member program, where lessons like this are the norm, not the exception. Darko shares these nuggets of information constantly in his pre-market analysis videos for our members. So it's something to consider anyway. So keep studying price action and trade smart. Ready? Good enough. See you next week. Have a great weekend and trading week ahead. Take care. And by the way, if there's any questions at all or something you'd like to ask, please don't hesitate to reach out. Cheers.